through the nose, remembering that we're focusing on the side body. Exhale through the mouth. Come back through to center, and we're going to take that once again, the same sequence, but breath to movement. Inhale, slowly reach both arms up to the sky. Right side first, right hand down. Exhale, reach that left palm over. Inhale, back to center. Left hand down, right hand reaches forward, extend through that right side body. Inhale, back to center. Let's take our twist over to the right side as you exhale. Peel your shoulders back. Inhale, arms back up to center, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, take that twist over to the left, lengthen the spine, look over that left shoulder. Good, inhale, back up to center, final stretch. Reach those arms forward, reach, reaching the fingertips as far forward as you can, relaxing the head. And on the next breath in, slowly come back to center. Beautiful job. We're going to take our hands to the mat, sweep the legs behind you, come into tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Shift forward from side to side, forwards and back. A couple of little movements here. We're going to move right into two cat and cows. So on the inhale breath, drop the belly down, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Feel that exaggerated stretch in your lower back. As you exhale, round out through that spine, bring your chin to your chest, press the earth away, cat pose. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, chest forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round out through that spine, belly in. Back to neutral spine, take a deep breath in. Together on the exhale, we're going to slowly tuck the toes under, take those hands in front of us, preparing for first down dog. When you're ready, slowly push those hips up towards the sky. Walk your feet a few times, pedal out the feet. Get comfortable in this upside down V shape you know so well. Let the head relax. Feel this upside down V shape in the body. Take a moment to just notice what your feet are doing. Your feet should be hips width distance apart. Your knees are softly bent. Those hands are pressing firmly into the ground as you relax the head and the neck. And then press the chest towards the thighs, feeling yourself lengthen even more through the spine and that side body. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take the right leg to the sky for just a moment. Kick that right leg up. Doesn't have to be a high kick, just a gentle lift. And then on the exhale, very softly, step the right foot between your hands and just pause. Again, our focus is the side body, so we're going to really find stretch here. When you're ready, straighten the front leg, keep that back heel lifted. Deep breath in. On the exhale, hinge forward, feeling that stretch through your right hamstring. I'll show you on my side if you need to. That back heel is lifted. This is a modified pyramid. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, try to fold a little bit deeper. Again, you're just warming up, so maybe that leg doesn't straighten so much. Add one final layer by just crawling your hands over to the right side and noticing that stretch through your left side body. Deep breath in as you lengthen. Inner thighs engaged to find stability and balance. Good. Together, come back to center. Take a soft bend in the front knee. When you're ready, drop the back knee down. Take a moment to just sweep that left knee behind you. And we're going to extend that right leg out towards the back of the mat, coming into a modified plank. Reach that right hand up towards the sky. It's a modified side plank. Take a deep breath here. Maybe balance as you lift the right foot off the mat for 3. Keep breathing. Reach a little bit higher if you can for 2. In 1, let's release the right hand to the mat. Come into your first plank pose of the practice. Hips and shoulders in line with one another. Look forward, take a full breath here. On the exhale, let's lower all the way down to the belly with control. Untuck the toes, baby cobra. Inhale, slowly find a little lift. Shoulders back, elbows squeeze towards the side body. As you exhale, roll over the toes and knees, push into the hands, back into your downward facing dog. And we're gonna take that same sequence on the other side, but take a breath in between. Inhale and exhale. Left side, take your left leg up towards the sky. Again, it doesn't have to be a high lift, just a gentle lift. And then softly step between the hands. So again, once you're here, start to straighten that front leg. Maybe this side is a little more tight than the other side, so be gentle. Push that left hip back. Take a moment to look forward. On the exhale, fold a little bit deeper. You'll start to notice that stretch through that left hamstring, that left IT band. Again, inhale to look forward. Fold a little bit deeper as you exhale. You're welcome to stay here in the fold, or maybe start to stretch the right side body as you walk your hands over to the left side, noticing that stretch through the right side body. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Imagine you're holding a ball between your inner thighs. We're here for 3. Keep breathing for 2. In 1, come back through to center. Take your time. Soften back into the front leg. We're going to drop the back knee down. Go ahead and sweep that right leg behind you as you extend your left leg out. Press down into that right hand. That's your stability. And take the left palm up. Side plank pose. Again, you can stay here or maybe lift that left foot just a little bit off your mat for a balance. We're here for 3. Keep lifting with that left hand for 2. In 1, very gently release back down to the mat. Come into plank pose with control. Set yourselves up, hips and shoulders in line, hands under the shoulders, look forward. Let's drop the knees down, untuck the toes. Let's take a half chaturanga, lower halfway, pause. On the inhale breath, we're coming up a little bit higher this time in up dog variation. Pausing here to get the stretch through the lower back. Your elbows are softly bent, the gaze is forward. And now as you exhale, roll over the toes, hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog. Nice work on that sequence. Take a full breath here. And exhale. Let's just tiptoe up to the top of our mat. No rush at all. Taking your time to rise. When you're ready, slowly soften the knees, unravel your spine, slow and with control, all the way up to a stand. And once you've made your way up to a stand, notice your big toes together. Leave a little bit of space between the heels. Relax the shoulders down by bringing your hands behind your lower back. And we're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together as you interlace your hands together. Just a little shoulder stretch here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, push those hips forward, reach those palms down, lift your chest and your gaze. Slowly on the breath in, bring both palms up to the top, mountain pose. As you exhale, let's melt our hands through our heart center. And we're going to pause. Going to take 1 simple sun salutation to build heat in the body to get us moving. So when you're ready, take your arms down and up, rise up with your breath, mountain pose. Let's swan dive on the exhale. Open those arms out wide, folding forward at the hips. Come up halfway on the inhale. So again, tabletop the spine, hands on the shins. Maybe dangle those hands in front of you. And as you exhale, let's plant the palms. Step gently back to that plank pose, preparing for full chaturanga. Breath in to reset. Try to keep those legs lifted, and as you exhale, low push-up down halfway. On the inhale breath, rise up, chest forward, thighs should be lifted for full up dog. As you exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Let's take a full breath here, inhale. Send the breath out, exhale. Again, we're going to take 1 little standing sequence together. Take that right leg up to the sky, so you've done this before. This time take a gentle bend in that knee as you open up the hip a little bit more. On the exhale, knee to nose, tiger pose, building heat in the body, activating the core. Re-extend, inhale, lift the leg, open up a little bit wider. On the exhale, step lightly, no sound, between your hands and pause. I'd like for you to spin your back foot flat, rise up right into your first warrior two of the practice. So if you need to set yourself up, do so. You want that right heel in line with the back arch. You want to keep your hips right at center with your shoulders above the hips. And then you want to extend those arms out to the side, palms face down. We're going to move into a deep stretch here. Sit low into that right knee. Turn the palms to face the side. Now from here, reach that right hand forward. Reach, reach, reach. Let the right elbow rest on that right thigh. Sweep your left hand forward and then reach your left hand high for your extended side angle pose. So sit low here. Think about lifting up, using the side muscles in your body. Rather than dumping the weight into that right elbow, find lightness. If you'd like to go a little lower, take that right hand down towards that right shin. We're here for just 3. Stay with the breath for 2. Listen carefully in 1, release your left hand to the mat. We're going to come right into a twist. Take your left hand to the inside of that right foot. And let's reach that right palm up towards the sky. Deep breath here as you reach up. On the exhale, back into your low lunge. Now from here, I'd like for you to take a moment to just slowly walk your hands over to the left. Spin your back foot flat, toes in, heels out. So now you're in this forward fold facing the side. Toes are in, heels are out. Soften the knees here and bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Now look forward as you breathe in. On the exhale, I want you to fold as you bring your hands either outside the feet or maybe around the ankles, bringing yourselves into a deeper fold. You might notice your legs are straightening a bit more. You might notice the weight is now into the toes rather than the heels. You're here for just 3. Keep lengthening the spine, folding forward for 2. In 1, very gently bring your hands back to the center. Take your time, listen carefully. Left hand underneath your nose. Take a deep bend in that left knee. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Stretch it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, switch sides. Right hand under the nose. Deep bend in that right knee. Reach up as you inhale with the left palm reaching, extending up. Exhale, back to center. Right into that second side, I'd like for you to crawl over to the left side. Pivoting your left toes forward. Taking a soft bend in that left knee. Your right hand inside the left foot. Take the twist on the left side now. So we're doing the same sequence but backwards on the other side. We call this a mandala flow, using all of the space on our mat. Wrap the belly over the thigh, reaching up with the left hand. As you exhale, release the hand back down. Prepare for warrior 2. Back foot spins flat. Take your time, open up wide, warrior 2. You're now facing the left. So again, if you need to set up, do so here. You should see that left heel in line with the back arch of your foot. Softening into that left knee. Let's take those arms wide, shoulders relax, palms face the side. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, let's reach that left hand forward. Release the left elbow to the left thigh. Sweep your right palm forward and then up for extended side angle. So you might notice a difference. Maybe this side is it's stronger. You can feel more depth. If that's the case, sit a little bit lower. Slide that left hand downwards. Feel that extension through your side body and the right hand for just 3. Keep breathing as you lift your gaze up for 2. In 1, let's release our right hand to the mat. Beautiful work. Once again, crawl those hands back to the center. Toes in, heels out. Together, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Soften the knees, look forward, inhale. And slowly begin to rise all the way up to a stand. Good. Gonna take a moment to just reach those hands back behind the lower back, interlace your fingers together. And we're gonna stretch the shoulders, lift the chest, press the hips forward as we lean slightly back, trusting our body here for balance. Inhale and exhale. Rise back up to center. Go ahead and release the grip in your hands. Bring your hands to your heart center. And I'd like for you to bring your toes in, out, heels in. Gonna set up for horse pose. So once you're ready, heels and toes out, start to imagine you're leaning behind a wall, an imaginary wall. So you're leaning behind this imaginary wall and you're sitting low into this sliding down this imaginary wall. So press up that imaginary wall, slide down that imaginary wall. Let's do that again. Press up, leaning into that wall, slide back down. Now pause. Let's bring those hands by the thighs and take a moment to shift from side to side, trusting the body for balance. A lot of work on the inner and outer thigh here. When you're ready, we're gonna bring those hands back to the chest. Imagine that wall behind you. We're gonna pulse with our breath. Inhale, slide up that wall. Exhale, sit low. 2 more, inhale, press up that wall. Sit low as you exhale. Last one, inhale, press up. Exhale, sit low, hold. I'd like for you to lift your left heel off the mat. Exhale, release. Lift your right heel off the mat. Exhale, release. If you'd like to challenge yourselves, lift both heels off the mat. Lean into that imaginary wall, shoulders back. We're here for just 3. Press into the ball mounds of your foot for 2. And 1, heels down, rise up that wall, stretch it out, arms up, reach up, lengthen. On the exhale, very slowly, bring your hands to your heart center, toes in, heels out. Lengthen, stretch it out. And we're gonna hinge forward as we exhale, softening at the knees. Release the hands back down to the mat. Crawl your hands back to where you started, the top of your mat. Step back into a plank pose. Take a full breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, chaturanga with control, lower. Up dog on the breath in, shoulders back, chest is forward. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Nice work. Take a deep breath together. Inhale. And send the breath out. Exhale. We're going to come back into plank pose because our focus is our side body. We're going to zip those legs behind us together. We're going to bring the right hand underneath the nose. We're going to work both heels to the right, and we're going to lift that left hand up towards the sky. And now from here, we're going to take that left foot slightly off the right for 3. We're going to bring that left foot forward in 2. In 1, bring that left foot forward, and we're going to sit low as we reach that left hand down. So hips down. And let's rise up. Inhale, bring that palm back. Exhale, sit down, left hand forward. We're going to use 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back down, pause. Beautiful. Come into a full seated position here with your sit bones nice and seated. Your right leg is extended forward and that left leg should be wrapped over your right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Press the shoulders back. Gonna take a seated twist here. Start by just reaching your right arm up towards the sky. Hooking that right elbow to the outside or wrapping that right elbow around that left knee. From here, take your left arm up and use it as a little bit of support as you bring it toward the back of the mat. Let's breathe in to lengthen. As you exhale, look over that left shoulder. So you've warmed up the body. You might be going deeper than you did at the start of the practice. Try to keep that right foot flexed, the heel down, the toes pulled back. Lengthen the spine once more. Look over that left shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, unravel back through to center. Let's take a gentle counter twist, looking over towards the right. And then from here, very gently, come back to center. You're going to take a moment to just uncross that left foot. Go ahead and take your right knee over your left knee. So the right ankle, rather, is over that left knee for a supine seated stretch. So you've done a lot of work on the hips. We're going to stretch it out. Take the fingers, and make sure they're pointing forwards. And then sit up nice and tall. So if you feel this already in your hip, then you might want to lift your bottom and push your hips back. If it's too much, then push those hips away from the heel. If you're feeling really stretchy and you want a deeper stretch, bring those hips closer towards that left heel. And then push that right knee forward. Use your hands as support. Shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Draw that right knee forward. We're here for just 3. Strong and steady for 2. In 1, very gently go ahead and uncross the legs. Give yourselves a little bit of a stretch here. Shake those legs out. And we're going to go ahead and rock and roll 2 to 3 times. Massaging the length of the spine. Taking our time. And then once you're here, go ahead and come onto the sit bones. And we're just going to go ahead and switch back to where we came from, downward facing dog. You're going to do the same sequence on the other side, okay? So I'll go ahead and face you so you can see. This time the left leg. Take that. Shift the weight forward, come into your plank pose, okay? And now from here, prepare for your side plank. Your left hand underneath the nose. Zip the legs behind you together. Let those heels fall to the left. Let the right hand come up high. This is your first layer. Peel the right toes gently off your mat for 3. Bring that right foot forward for 2. In 1, step that right foot forward. Slowly sit down on the hips. Reach that right hand towards the back of your mat as if you're reaching for somebody, giving them a little shake. And let's lift and reach that palm back. Inhale. Exhale, sit down, reach. Slowly lift up. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, reach, reach, reach back. And together you're slowly coming back to that seat. This time, your right leg is over the left. Sitting up nice and tall. Take your time to set up. Your left toes should now be flexed towards your face. That right leg is crossing over that left thigh. Before you go anywhere, sit up tall, shoulders relax. Think of a string pulling the crown of the head taller. Take your left arm and reach back, and then hug that left elbow around that right knee. And now take your right hand, reach it back, push into the mat, wrap the belly over the thigh. Gonna take 3 breaths in this twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Twist your deepest as you exhale, reach over. Unravel that spine once again, counter twist in the opposite direction. Looking now over the left shoulder. And then come back to center, beautiful. The final hip stretch, uncross the right foot. Take your left ankle, cross it over that right knee. Good. And then again, adjust as you need to. The first thing you need to do is make sure those fingers are facing forward. And you're going to lift the bottom up and either come forward into that right heel or come back a bit. You decide, you listen to your body. Wherever you are, you want to draw that left knee forward. You want to keep the chest lifted. And you want to peel those shoulders back, making sure that that left knee is pushing forward, all while activating those left toes. Notice how they're flexed. And again, adjust a little bit if you need to. Shoulders back, opening up that left hip flexor. We're here for just 3, 2. And 1, slowly release, stretch it out. Give yourselves a nice little leg stretch. We're gonna slowly come back onto our backs, but take your time moving into boat pose, shoulders back, chest lifted. Start to lift one or both feet off your mat. When you're ready, reach forward or up. Your final push here. We're almost to Shavasana. You're here for just 3. Bring your hands to your heart center for 2. In 1, I'd like for you to lower all the way down with control to your back. And just like we started our practice, a full circle. Hug those knees into your chest first. Give yourselves a big hug if you want. Gratitude for the movement this evening. And now bring the soles of the feet to touch. Relax those knees by your sides. Let's take one lion's breath together. So when you're ready, squeeze your palms into a fist. Take a full breath in. Hold the breath at the top as you squeeze and hold. And now exhale. Release the grip in your fists. Wiggle your fingers. Take a big belly breath together one last time. Let everything go as you exhale. Final Shavasana here on your mat. Slowing down the heart rate. Slowing down the breath from your beautiful movements. Noticing the difference within your body. Let your shoulders melt into your mat. Let your breath naturally resume. Stay in stillness as much as you need this evening. Or come back to your Shavasana when you're ready. We're going to take a moment to just seal our practice as always by just wiggling the fingers and the toes. Bringing both hands to the belly. And taking one unifying breath here. Exhale. And draw the knees in towards each other. Hug the knees into your chest, just like you did at the start of practice. Maybe even give yourselves one final full body stretch, reaching those arms behind you, reaching the toes long in front of you. Hug the knees into your chest and roll over to that left or right side, your choice. And in your time, start to slowly press up, coming back into that Sukhasana easy pose. So again, that full circle, mandala practice here. Bring those palms over the knees. We seal our practice by taking one breath together, inhaling for gratitude and sending that gratitude out. Hands to your heart center. Thank yourselves for stepping onto your mat and for joining me for your final vinyasa. We bow forward in gratitude. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Hopefully you're still with me.